Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome back. And as promised, I would continue to do with my Star Wars rankings. This time we're going to rank the films. Now that I've reviewed all the Star Wars films, I felt it was time to rank them from least favorite to favorite. Now, before anything, I at least can find something positive in each film, for the record. But this is just my personal rankings. Not everyone's going to agree, and that's totally cool. Everyone's entitled to their opinion and their rankings, and I'd like to see your rankings too, from least favorite to favorite. I'm not going to include the Clone Wars animated movie because we all know that one's the worst. And it's just not a fair fight for that film. And so as a result, it would have been number 12. But let's just do the main 11. And I'm going to include the main 9 films plus Solo and Rogue One, a Star Wars story. So let's get to it. And coming in at number 11 for me is going to be Attack of the Clones. This one, to me, I fall asleep, especially when they get to the love story stuff. It just does not hold up for me. Very poorly written, poorly portrayed. And the chemistry between Anakin and Padme to me just does not mesh up in this film. You can just not even feel the chemistry between the two. And that's why I put it really low. And they've put too much time into that. And that was just, no, just does not work for me. But what I did like about the film is Ewan McGregor's performance as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Christopher Lee as Count Dooku I thought was great. And Temuera Morrison as Jango Fett was great. All the stuff with Obi-Wan and Jango Fett was great. The stuff on Geonosis when all the Jedi showed up, that was great. Along with the clones. And of course, the fight between Yoda and Dooku was great as well. So yeah, overall, there is a lot of good. There's good, but there's just too much time on the romance stuff, and it just made me fall asleep. So coming in at number 10 is The Last Jedi. Yes, the most divisive one of the fan base of the Star Wars universe. Overall, the good, I will say this, there is some good with this film. And that is, first off, very well filmed, very well shot. And I will give it credit for that. And the character development of Kylo Ren, I thought was pretty good. I mean, Kylo Ren is easily the best part of the new trilogy, of the most recent trilogy. But overall, there's a lot of bad with this film. First off, how they handled Luke Skywalker at times just did not go well. And also, Captain Phasma was thrown away way too easily. And wasting Benicio del Toro's character. It's just not right. Benicio del Toro is very talented. There's just no need to waste talent. And Rian Johnson going off the rails. With what was planned out perfectly, supposedly, from J.J. Abrams, and Rian Johnson just throws it all away. And it messed up this film and the next one. And as a result, yeah, terrible. So coming in at number 9 is coincidentally The Rise of Skywalker. Now, what I will say for this film is at least it brings back Star Wars feel to it. I will give it credit for that. Plus, Richard E. Grant's performance as Allegiant General Pride, I thought he was very good. And I liked Ben Solo's redemption as well. I thought that was very well done. Plus, a little flashback of Luke and Leia when Luke and Leia were Jedi training. I thought that was pretty good. Finally got to see some stuff with that. So as a result, it does have a lot of good. It does have some good, but it's a mess of a film because J.J. Abrams, this is where I feel bad for him, is because he's trying to do two things at once. Fix the mistakes that messed up big time in The Last Jedi and continue the story. Which I'll give JJ credit, he tried, but with only what he was given. And the acting I thought was pretty good as well. And I do like the light speed skipping stuff in the beginning on the Millennium Falcon. I thought that was pretty good. And then Chewie getting the medal, which I believe was originally Han's medal. It was good to see that. And you feel for Chewie when Leia dies in this one. Because it's hard when you lose a friend, close friend. But the next negative thing was bringing back Palpatine. Although at the same time, I can see why JJ went this route, and that was because it's trying to fix the mistakes and also bring a fan favorite in. Not necessarily the best move, but at least I can say JJ did try. So coming in at number 8 is the Phantom Menace. This lightsaber duel between Darth Maul, Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon was awesome. This was spectacular lightsaber duel. I mean, I can watch this lightsaber duel anytime and still enjoy it for what it is. And the pod race was pretty cool too as well. But what really keeps this film low for me, I mean, number one, obviously Jar Jar Binks, and I'll leave it at that, because we all know, annoying. Now, I'm just talking the character, not the actor. And the writing from Lucas was just not very well done with this one. So as a result, yeah, that's why I put it that low. Number 7 is probably my most surprising one, and that's Solo. This one surprised me because I had very low expectations with this film. And surprisingly, the young guy who played Han Solo, actually I thought did a pretty good job. He wasn't trying to outperform Harrison Ford, which I'll give him full credit for that. And Donald Glover as Lando I thought was pretty good as well. The Kessel Run was great. It was an unnecessary film, but it was a nice, entertaining film. I had a lot of fun with it, and I'll leave it at that. Number 6, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. This one was fantastic. Great third act. Liked the chemistry between Cassian Andor and Jyn Erso. K2SO was great. And of course that big finale with Darth Vader, where he just goes around killing the rebels with his lightsaber and using the Force to slam them. I mean, that's just epic right there. I could watch this anytime. So yeah, Rogue One is one of those very underrated films and totally worth watching. Coming at number 5 is Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Fifth? Revenge of the Sith, yes. This one, Lucas does exceptional with. Exceptional. I mean, this one, it's like the first 2 prequels he didn't do quite as well with, but this one, he nails it. He nails it. And that fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan was great. Yoda and Palpatine, that was a great fight. Obi-Wan and General Grievous was great. So there's just a lot to like. Battle of the Heroes is easily one of my favorite John Williams scores. So yeah, nothing to dislike about this film at all. Coming at number 4, and this is where I'm going to get a lot of dislike for this one, and that is The Force Awakens. Why I put it this high is because it had that original trilogy feel for me. And that's why I really enjoyed it. From start to finish, it felt like an original trilogy movie. And I had a great theater experience with it. I mean, yes, the negative, they killed Han Solo. And I was disappointed they did that. But overall, I still liked it. So coming in at number 3 is the one that started it all, Star Wars A New Hope. Or just Star Wars, for that matter. This is a great origin story, original, good way to start a trilogy. You introduce all the characters, Luke, Han, Leia, Obi-Wan, Chewbacca, C-3PO and R2-D2, Governor Tarkin, Darth Vader. I mean, you can just go on and on. I mean, the Death Star battle was great. I mean, the Millennium Falcon with Han and Luke shooting down TIE fighters, that was great. Overall, I love this film. It is definitely worth it. Number 2 for me is going to be Return of the Jedi. And this is another one people are like, what? You put it that high? Yes, I do. You know why? Because I thought it was a great conclusion to the original trilogy. And as a result, I love the stuff with Luke and Vader. And Palpatine. Bringing in Palpatine was great. You finally got to see the Emperor for the first time ever in person. I know you see him as a hologram in Empire, but we'll get to that later on. But overall, this was great. Luke, Vader fighting, and then of course the Battle of Endor was great. And people have problems with the Ewoks, but I was one that never had a problem with the Ewoks. I actually thought they were pretty cool. And pretty entertaining at the same time. And they served a purpose. They were defending their planet. Personally, I see no issue with the Ewoks at all. Stuff on Jabba's palace I thought was great as well. So basically back in the original versions of the original trilogy, this was the first time you got to see Jabba the Hutt. I mean, yes, you heard his name before in episode 4, but not until the special edition did they put him in episode 4. So Return of the Jedi was the first time you ever saw him. So as a result, that was great. And the whole battle over the Sarlacc pit I thought was great too. So yeah, I love Return of the Jedi. So then coming in at number 1, no surprise for a high majority, is The Empire Strikes Back. What more can I say? I mean, everything about this film. The pacing's great, the music score is great, the chemistry between Han and Leia is great, the Jedi training with Luke and Yoda, that was great. The fight between Luke and Vader was great. Introducing Lando Calrissian was great. Everything about this film. And yes, we finally get to see somewhat of Palpatine as a hologram. So as a result, now we know who Vader's real master is. And as a result, this all works really well. So yeah, this is my ranking of the Star Wars films. Again, I would love to see your rankings. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back again soon.